So we have two pieces of information, and I'm just going to give my brief thoughts on what I feel about them. And we have what we're looking at here, which has been just released today, is the new user interface. And we have been given a very brief insight into how the gameplay, how the graphics on the screen might look. So let's just start by taking a wander through the new UI that they have just released today. And it is quite fascinating, and it starts with a menu. It starts with looking at how the search bar works and the bookmarks that you can see at the top. It does look quite swish, but I'm guessing that we're not going to see the pop-ups that come up with the background in dark behind them. I don't think that they're going to be isolated. They're going to be similar to the pop-ups that we see currently. The new portal, as it's known, does look nice. It looks clean and fresh. And they say, and it's a word that comes up time and time throughout the video, that it's customizable. How customizable that is, we are yet to see. And I'm guessing that you can put things on there that relate to the drop-down menu that you are supplied with, similar to what we have in today's game. They have also, as well as the portal, kept things at the top of the screen by the look of it, things relating to squad, recruitment, the match day, tactics, all that kind of stuff that we are used to seeing on the left-hand side in the menu is still there at the top. Each one having its own drop-down menu, which gives you quick access to what you are looking for. So whichever way you want to use it, whether through the portal, the cards that if you click on them will go deeper. How much deeper they will go, I'm not sure. But it does look rather nice. It does look different. Again, you can see a pop-up arriving again there, but it's very isolated and it's surrounded by the black. I think that it will probably pop up over the top of the portal screen, unless I'm wrong. We are yet to see. There's a lot to explore. And I think it looks very exciting, and there's obviously a touch more realism to it because, as you saw there, Manchester United just give away a 3-goal lead, which is much more realistic in my opinion. But I do think it's nice. The bookmarks at the top, little hidden section at the top, does look customizable, but I don't think that you're going to be able to put player profiles on there and what have you. I think it's only customizable through the drop-down menu at this stage. Who knows where it will develop from in later years. The screens, the cards that come up look nice. It would be nice if we had them in 3D, but I don't think we're going to be having them in 3D in this kind of format. I think they're going to be the flat screens that we are used to seeing. But overall, in terms of marketing, this is a lovely piece of advertising. I think they've got it right. I think it's captivating, and I think it's giving me a feeling like I am looking forward very much to the new game and to exploring the new game. The new FMpedia, which will give information for new players of the game and for even us older players of the game, and that is also something that will be quite useful, I think. The search bar itself brings up, if you type in something, it brings up information about things, as well as just directing you to the screen. Everything looks clean. It looks bright. It looks to me like a console game that you can play on the PC, rather than what we're used to, a PC game you can play on the console. Turning now to the gameplay video that they just recently released, I was very, very impressed by the quality of the graphics that I was seeing. New foundations, redefined storytelling, and the stadiums look a lot better. Are we going to be finally seeing different stadiums? The passing there looked a lot better. That pass where the player had to readjust himself to take it, tackling looked better. Everything about it, including the blocks, the headers, the crossing, looks a lot better. That lovely little acrobatic overhead looked better. data. This, for me, was absolutely perfect. A lovely header down. In slow motion, it looked so good, so realistic. I was very, very impressed with that. I know they are not FIFA. They are not trying to simulate real football. Of course, it's never going to look like that. But it has got a match of the day feel about it to me. It's got a more realistic feel than we've ever seen before, and it's something that I really can't wait to see. What I am concerned about we'll come to in a minute, but the graphics look awesome. There are two things that do concern me, and maybe they will put my mind at rest as we go through this exploration towards November. And the first thing that you could clearly see as they promoted this, that the graphics were built by Unity, but I have also heard through threads and rumours that it is built on the match engine that is currently in use in 24. It does give me a little hint of concern there that perhaps we're going to see the same old faults that we are seeing in FM24. The same old nonsense perhaps might be coming up. I hope not. I hope that they put my mind at rest when it comes to that as they release more and more snippets of information about the game. But the other concern I have is how much power these graphics are going to actually use on your PC. My PC is not exactly a brand new one, but it does have a good graphics card. It does have 16 megabytes of RAM. So I'm guessing that it will play the game and handle the game very well. But will it be able to provide me with what I'm seeing on the screen? Will it, for example, give me that the crowd detail? Will it give me the shadow detail, perhaps even the weather detail, which I'm pretty sure they will have improved as well? It does give me a concern about whether or not the cost of the game will be £40 or whether it will be £1,240 because I have to buy another machine in which to get the best out of it. Time will tell again, and when we download it and we start playing it, we will know for sure only then if the amount of power that is needed to generate these graphics, this new interface, is actually going to overload your PC, and that you're only going to see a fraction of the detail that you can see here in their advertising videos. So those really are just the two concerns I have. I know that the data hub is still there. I know that the tactical stuff is still there. But have they removed too much of the data in order to increase the graphical capabilities? Or do we have enough as football managers to keep analysing, to keep changing and tweaking things according to data and statistics rather than just a visual input that we have on the screen? And also what we haven't seen so far is how much input you can have during a game. Up to now, and the screenshots that I have seen previously, it does look a little limited in terms of the data available to you on the tablet that you have, or whether or not even the tablet has gone missing. Maybe the idea is for everyone to play in comprehensive highlights and to play in full highlights so that you can make assessments as a human being, as a manager on the touchline, looking at a game and looking for where the weaknesses are. Playing in key highlights always means that you are out of control. You cannot make decisions based on what you're seeing in key highlights. I've always known that, which is why traditionally before YouTube I always played in full match so that I could study the game, so that I could see where weaknesses were in my defense, where strengths could be exploited up front. So we don't know yet just how much detail is going to be missing, just how much detail you are going to have in game in order to be able to make calculated changes to change a football match. But overall, I am extremely excited. I am really looking forward now, having seen a glimpse of it, seen the vision of it and the way that it might be going into the future. I'm quite excited about looking further forward, about seeing perhaps a video on the women's game, how that is different to the movement of the players in the men's game. And so I will look forward to the video on the women's part, the women's side of the game. And it's something I know, and I've read in forums that people will just feel I'm not getting involved in that. But it is something that I certainly want to try. I certainly want to get a feel for it, and I want to give it a go. And I'll probably stream a woman's stream just to see how different it feels and how different it looks. And so tonight I will be, of course, live streaming with my Ipswich save. Join me for that, and we will have a discussion as the game progresses about what you guys think about what you've seen so far. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you worry about it? Do you think that it's worth the wait? Do you think that it's going to be worth the cost? Do you think that there's going to be so many glitches that you're not going to be buying it straight away, that you're going to wait until old codgers like me have tried it out first and then make a decision on whether or not to go out and spend the money? What do you think, guys? Come and join me tonight in my stream at 8 p.m. and we'll talk about that. Look out for that and join the discussion. But that's really all I want to say about it for now. I like it. I'm keen. I want to see more. And I'm very, very hopeful that it will turn out to be worth the wait. See you in the stream tonight.